Welcome to the new Immediate system. This is Immediate and Slide Manager 3.1. Here's some reasons to upgrade to 3.1. As you look at the new 3.1 system, there are some things that are still very familiar from any past system. One is the library structure. So whatever structure you've had in place in the past will continue to move forward, so reps don't have to learn any new type of library. They can also go and look at and reuse their past presentations as well. So that's still there. Anytime that they have created any proposals like map, schedule, media analyst, or budget, they will be able to access those as well. And the proposal tools are still here, now called proposal tools. The faster thing now is that they just have to click a button and it will launch those tools. By the way, none of those have changed as of this date. Later in the year, an update to media schedule will occur. All right, so let's look back at the library. When they're looking for their content, what is different? Well, instead of having the titles of the slides here, they now have folders, and if there's a blue marker on it, it indicates that there is content in that section. In this case, there are two slides talking about email marketing. It does indicate that if I put my mouse over it, and I can visually see that it's a slide. With the new system, we wanted it to be very visual. A lot of presenters gave us feedback that if we could see the content better, it would be easier to determine this is exactly what I want. So I opened up this pane, and I'm going to enlarge the view of those slides. So I can definitely see what's the content of these slides. That is the, by the way, called the sorter view. There's also another view called slide flow view. For those who like the iTunes album cover flow, you've got your choice now. So you can click on the things that you want and move back and forth between content. So it's very visual. They can see it. They can make a decision. This is exactly what I want. Now, when they are ready to add content to a presentation, they take it from this preview and they put it into the bottom pane called Presentation Builder. As you can see, you can drag it in. You can also choose what you're looking for and click Add. All right, so a quick preview there. Now, the any file capability is amazing. You can have Excel files. Here's a Word file that's a contract. Any file that they would normally be taking out to a presentation can now be found in one location. Here's a rate card that they could be working with, a different type of program with a rate card. Here's something from marketing. Instead of trying to turn everything into PowerPoint or having it out on a separate PDF server, you can now have that content within your presentation. It's one location for all their presentation needs. Now, once you're ready to complete your presentation, you still have the same visual capabilities in the presentation builder. So you can enlarge it, you can change it to the flow and look at it that way so that you're really confirming, is this the presentation that I want to give? Is everything in the right order? You can turn off auto sort so that you can put things where you want them to be. You can also go back to content that you've used before. For example, under My Library, if I've created some proposals, I can click on Media Schedule, and it gives me the preview of them up above. I'm going to need to bring this down. There we go. So I can look at the title here, Early Spring Campaign, and probably Sorter View is just as easy. And as I look at those titles, some are generic, some are very specific, but if I've done my strategy right, I can bring this into the presentation and say, this is exactly what I want to propose to this particular client. One thing that looks a little bit different is when they put the cover on. Let's say we're going to go see Red Shoe Store, and whatever they put in here is still the same of what they typically put in. Often it's their name or some type of promotion. They click OK. The cover title is not generated because it slows down the speed of the system. We found that dynamic slides make things slow down a lot. So when you put in a cover, when you create something dynamic like a calendar or a map, it just placeholders it, and it will download it with the full presentation. It will be there. Just to save time, we took that out. So when you're ready, you click Save, and you still have the same fields that you've worked with before. Because I have media schedule in here, it has a proposal amount. You still choose the date. You add any information here that you need to put in, and that makes it more accurate. Save to My Presentations. We'll put a copy of it under My Library, My Presentations. So I can actually reuse all or some of the content from a past presentation. Save to File is where I want to save it locally on my computer or some network drive. You will have options depending on what PowerPoint options are available on the local computer. I have 2007. If you just have 2000 to 2003, that will be an option. You also can now save it as a PDF file. So that is a brand new option with the new system. So I'm going to click Save, and it's added to my online presentation, so I can reuse that again as well, and it's beginning to download the full presentation wherever I want it to go locally. So as this comes up, because I have a PDF file in this presentation, it's actually going to zip this as a folder. So I'm going to click Save, and I get to tell it where I want it to go. I can put it in a folder system. For now, I'm just going to put it on my desktop. So I click Save. It will download that file. If you have any trouble with getting anything downloaded, there's a way to get it to force it to do it. And if you don't know how to work with a zip file, there's even a visual here to show you how to do that. Most of the time, presenters are just going to turn this off. So here is the folder that's on my desktop. It's zipped. If it was just PowerPoint slides, it would just be a regular PowerPoint file. Because it's zipped, I'm just going to double click the file to get it to open, and it will show me everything that's in that folder, which is the PowerPoint file. So let me double click that to open that up, and the special sections flyer from marketing that we wanted. As typical, you can open these up, you can print them, you could show this right here on your system. You can open PowerPoint. It's just a PowerPoint file you can add and customize to that. So looking at the top reasons to upgrade, you can truly bring a full presentation system to bear within one location. It's faster because it's very visual, and the time requirements to build presentations are reduced. The system requirements are reduced. Lots of other compatibility and shortcuts to make workflow go much faster. Thank you.
So let's review the top reasons to upgrade to the newest version of Immediate and Slide Manager. So first of all, the expanded any file capability is the area that seems to be getting the most buzz. Slide Manager Immediate now support any file format in a way that gives you one place to go get all the files you need, whether they be handouts or leave-behinds or supporting documents. In addition, presentation building is much more visual and therefore easier for anybody to use. You're looking at visual thumbnail representations of the slides as you're building your presentation. You're able to get a much better sense for what the presentation actually is and what it'll look like. Faster, better content management. There's just a whole slew of additions in this area, including archiving, version management, duplication management, so you can identify slides in your system that are duplicated, so you can go to just one place to update them by eliminating duplication, and many more features. Notably, reduced IT overhead, increased browser and platform support, and better copy functions, and just many things. You have to look at it, and we're sure you'll like it. Thank you.